Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Brenda Campbell. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher, and I would love to welcome you to this video today, and welcome to my channel, especially if you're new. Today is the first in my series of 3 mid-century modern inspired tangled trees. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the following material. So hopefully you will draw along with me. I am going to use a Phi tile. This is a Zentangle Phi tile based on the Fibonacci spiral dimensions, and it is 3 by 5, I believe is what it measures. So if you're going to be drawing on a piece of paper that you've cut 3 inches by 5 inches, or that you just draw a 3 by 5 inch rectangle onto, and that is what we're going to be drawing on today. I'm going to be using a Micron PN pen. I'm going to be using a Zentangle pencil and a Tortillion for blending the graphite, and I am going to add color with this luscious set of Jelly Roll Stardust pens from Sakura. These are like glitter pens. They're my favorites. If you follow me, you'll have seen me use these in the past. I'm not going to use all of them, of course, but we will use some of them today. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get started. We're still going to follow the Zentangle method. So we're going to begin with step 1. I will abbreviate it a little today though. So go ahead and sit up straight. If you're sitting, be comfortable. If you're able to close your eyes, you can do that. And we are going to begin with a few deep breaths, breathing in and getting tall, and breathing out and relaxing down. And another big breath in and out. Okay, now just take a moment and sit with your breath. Just settle in. Let your breath do what it does and just fall into a natural breathing rhythm. And pay attention. Clear your mind. And breathe. Now take a moment to think about something that makes you smile. And pay attention to how that feels. That's gratitude. And bring this into your practice today. You reach a point where you're just not sure what to do next, or your line's looking a little wonky, stop yourself, take a breath, relax again, and then begin again. And everything will be much better. Okay, one final big breath in and out. Okay, I feel much better. I hope you do as well. So we're going to move on to step 2. We're going to pick up our pencil. We're going to put a dot in each of our corners. That is step 2. We're going to connect those dots and to create a border. That is step 3. I'm turning my tile as I do that so I get a more consistent line. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is the string. That's step 4. Today's string is going to be a simple line straight down the center. That's all we need. So I'm going to put my pen away. I'm going to pick up my pencil, and we are going to begin by drawing a bunch of circles or orbs. We're going to call them Tipple. That's the pattern. And I like to start with a little black pearl at the top of the line. Now I make my black pearls by just drawing a black orb and giving it a little sparkle in one corner. I'm going to come down to the bottom and I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to just start drawing some circles, and I'm going to use the circles to kind of shape our tree. So it gets a little wider as we get to the bottom. Now you can make all of these circles as big or as small as you like. I'm going to do a variety of sizes. Right now I'm just kind of randomly filling in a bunch of circles. But I'm going to continue, and as I do, some of them will start to fall behind others. Now this style of mid-century modern design here, I think they kind of call it like the, what do they call it? It's like a space thing. Everything in the time, that's where we went to the moon, that was in the mid-century. We had the space race, we had satellites, everything was new and atomic, that's what it's called. So this is like the atomic style of mid-century modern. Now I'm trying to make this shape like a Christmas tree, and I think that's good enough. Maybe I'll put another one here. Okay, so we've got our top orb and our bottom orb. I'm also going to put a few more of these small orbs, filling them in with solid black on each side as well. This is really just to add some interest and a little bit of contrast with our black, our solid black. I need one more. Maybe I'll put that one here. Okay, so now I have all my circles. Well, maybe I'll do one more here. Now I have all my circles. You can always add as you go, like you saw me do. So I want to draw this straight line from this black orb to the bottom black orb. And I'm going to do it where every time I hit a circle, I'm going to draw behind. So it's just kind of following my pencil line. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. You won't even notice probably when we're done. Now I'm going to take each of these other black orbs that I drew, and I am going to draw a line from that to the center. Of course, drawing behind everywhere I hit another circle. You notice me turning my tile because I want to get a more consistent line. Okay, so now these orbs kind of all went in with straight lines to the center. Now we're going to connect all of the rest of these to the center pole as well. Of course, that is the ones where you can tell. And you just kind of have to figure out for each one where they're going to meet up with that middle bar. Not all of them are coming on straight lines. Trying to make sure all of them connect. I think we're doing pretty good. So I think I'm done connecting. And again, I can always go back if I need to and add some more lines. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my pencil and we are going to shade these orbs. We're kind of going a little out of order, but maybe not really. What we're doing is adding an extra step, I guess, because we're going to add some color. But we're going to first do our shading because I don't want to do it after we add color because it sometimes dulls up the color a little bit. So this is how I like to do it. Now I am going to put a little bit of graphite on one corner, and I turned it upside down because for me it's a little easier. So for me, I'm using the bottom right, I say corner, but it's an orb. So this edge, I'm drawing a little smile kind of close to the edge. And I'm going to do that on all of these. I'll also do a little bit where they meet, a little extra. Like here. Should I turn it this way? Trying to not to add too much graphite, but we do want to give it some dimension, and that's really all we're doing. That's the only reason we're adding this graphite, is so that we can have some dimension to our orbs. Okay, I think that's all of my graphite. So now I have my Tortillion, and I'm going to go ahead and blend. Trying mostly just to keep it near the corner, the edge there where I put the graphite down. The big ones I might add a little around the perimeter. And I'm just using small circular motions with my tortillon as I blend this out. Take your time. It's really not a race. It's just as zen as the drawing, if you allow it to be. Just about done. Okay, so that is basically our shading. I don't know that we need to add any more, so I'm going to put my tortillon away and be done with shading. Now, for the fun. We're going to get out our Jelly Roll Stardust pens, or you can use whatever you like to use to add color to your art. You could use watercolors, you could use markers, you could use colored pencils, whatever makes you happy. And I'm going to pick 3 colors just to keep it simple. I'm going to do this pink, I'm going to do a red, and I'm going to do an orange. So that's where we're going. I think I'm going to start first with the orange. Now you can use any color you want. You can see in this one here, I used all different colors. For this one here, I used just 3 colors. I think maybe even the same 3 we're going to use. Maybe there's 4 in there, light pink and a dark pink. We're going to use, I'm starting with orange, and I am going to add my orange. Now, I'm going to draw these with a sparkle. So I'm going to leave a circle like I usually do. And I fill in right over top of the graphite, and you can see that you still get that darker look. And that's kind of neat. It's really what helps to give it that dimension that I always like to add. So I'm just randomly filling in my orbs, filling in the ink on my orbs. The Stardust Jelly Roll ink. Okay, I'm going to start with that. I'm sure I'll be adding more, but for now we'll start with that, and I'm going to move to my pink for the next batch. Just a caution here, you want to be careful around these orbs that you've colored in, because if the ink is wet still, you can smear it. You don't want to do that if you can avoid it. So just be aware of where your hand is and where the ink is, and just be mindful. I don't know if you've noticed, but I do add a bit extra ink on these areas that have a lot of graphite. And that's okay. I just think it covers it better if I go over a few more times. See, I smeared a little bit. That's okay. No mistakes. Okay, I'm going to put my pink away, and I'm going to pick up my red one. And I will go back to the top, which is kind of what I've been doing is starting at the top of the tree and working my way down. But there are lots of wet things now, so I really have to be careful. I think I'm going to add some more orange back in here when I'm done with my red. getting down to the end here. Only a couple more left. Go back in with that orange and add a couple more of those. And then we'll be done coloring. Okay, that's enough for my red. Going back to the orange to fill in all of these. Okay, that is it. We are done adding our color. You can even see that there's some dimension. You can see the shading kind of coming up through the background. These pens, these Jelly Roll pens, are actually water soluble. So if you added water, you could spread it around. We don't want to do that, but I think that's why it pulls up the graphite from underneath, is because of that water. So I kind of like it. I'm going to go ahead and grab my pen, my Sakura Micron pen again. I'm going to add my chop, which is step 7. We'll just put that down here. And then flip it over and sign it, but I'm not going to do that because these orbs might be wet still. So I hope you drew along. I hope you make a few. As you can see, I used the same design to make a couple of bookmarks. I just had a little die that I was able to use to cut out these shapes. But I like the one on the Phi tile too. They're kind of fun. So hopefully you drew along. Please share if you did. Mid-century modern is a theme that I've been looking into for a while now. Maybe that's because I'm mid-century modern. Ha ha. But anyway, it's a lot of fun, and you're going to see a couple more designs in the next 2 trees that we draw. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully we'll see you then. But until then, as always, I'll remind you, be you and be happy.